Good evening, my dear friends. I welcome you all to today's Businessline and Hindu analysis on June 15th, 2022. The first editorial I am going to discuss with is titled Advantage UPI. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India has entered into the digital payments system and it has made it as a policy with the introduction of UPI, Unified Payment Interface, with the credit cards. On a pilot basis, the RuPay cards are going to be linked with the UPI. So now for UPI, we have the bank account, the debit cards. So now big purchases can be made with the help of these credit cards, the RuPay cards. First, the RBI is going to experiment on a pilot basis with the credit cards issued by as a RuPay card. So after this gets successful, it will just extend this operation to other credit cards also. Credit cards are the major source of revenue for the banks. 30% of the revenues of the banks is coming from these credit cards, and it's a status symbol also. What happens is that the banks charge 2 to 3% as merchant discount charges. So it's a revolutionary aspect which we are able to see now that RBI has come out with a policy to approve UPI transactions by linking it with the credit cards. The article expresses some woes regarding whether this kind of linking the big purchases with the UPI system will make the the sellers who offer buy now pay later schemes, the big purchases, of white goods. So they will suffer. They will suffer because they just are pinning on hopes of installment purchases, and if the credit card holders are given the facility to purchase from the RuPay cards or credit cards, it will just result in their losing their installment payment being business and EMI business. The editorial raises the concern of fears so that the banks may lose the present base. The banks may lose to the of charging the merchant discount rates to the UPI holders. UPI is issued by the National Payment Corporation of India, and RuPay cards are also issued by the National Payment Corporation of India. So with the help of a diagram, we are going to further detail onto how this UPI payments work. Friends, as can be seen from the picture, there is a unified payments interface, the remitter bank and the beneficiary bank, the payer PSP and the payee PSP. These are the parties to the UPI system. The unified payment interface just facilitates the payment by the payer PSP through the beneficiary bank, through the remitter bank, and the beneficiary bank collects the payment from the UPI system interface from the remitter bank. When the payer PSP just scratches the RuPay card or the credit card or the debit card, the unified payment interface just nudges the remitter bank, and the remitter bank just transfers the funds to the UPI interface to the payee bank, that is the beneficiary bank. So just you can see from the picture the process flow of UPI. The UPI user is you or me or some other customer, and you have a mobile app which is there in your mobile, which is developed by the mobile app developer. The UPI system is being developed by NPCI, as I explained there, and there are sponsoring banks. State Bank of India, Canara Bank and many other banks are the sponsoring banks of this UPI transaction. My dear friends, understand this process flow. The next article I am going to discuss is from the editorial from the Hindu. The editorial is titled Cold Comfort. The editorial deals with the coming down of the inflation by 75 basis points from 7.79 percentage before the rate cut on petrol and diesel to 7.04 percentage now. The subject in the editorial is the reduction in the CPI inflation, that is consumer price inflation. What is CPI inflation, my dear friends? The consumer price index inflation is the day-to-day inflation that the consumers are facing while purchasing things from the market. There is also a WPI inflation which hovers at around 15.01 percentage now. What is WPI inflation, my dear friends? WPI inflation is the inflation which is the prices of wholesale prices, that is wholesale goods which is being supplied by the manufacturers to the wholesale dealers. That rate of inflation is known as WPI inflation, and down the line when it percolates to the effect of WPI inflation, when it percolates to the consumers, it is CPI inflation. So the CPI inflation now ranges comfortably at 7.04 percentage. Still it has to come down because the inflation, the maximum inflation which can be tolerated by the economy is 6 percentage, as set by the Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India has also recently raised the repo rates by 40 basis points and thereafter by 50 basis points. The raising of the repo rates will rein in inflation. So now the article focuses on the petrol price, the link of petrol price and reduction and the inflation. The excise duty on petrol prices have been just reduced in 2022. May 21, 2022, the excise duty on petrol prices have been brought down to 19 rupees. Friends, how the petrol prices work out? Petrol prices is the price on the different components. The components make up to the petrol price we are facing now. First is the base price. There is a base price, and on that base price, a excise duty is being charged by the center, and this base price includes the freight charges. The freight charges plus the base price on which an excise duty is being imposed by the center, and on the base price plus excise freight plus excise duty plus dealer's margin, that is dealer's commission. There is a dealer's commission on the petrol prices, and all these components coming together, base price plus freight plus excise duty plus dealer's margin, the VAT is being charged by respective states. A percentage of VAT is being charged by respective states on this total. And when the VAT component is also added to the total of base price plus freight plus excise duty plus dealer's margin plus VAT, the petrol price is worked out. I will explain with the help of a diagram how the total of the petrol prices come. Friends, in order to illustrate the components of petrol and diesel prices, I have taken this diagram. There are changes in the base price. The base price of petrol is now at 57 rupees. In the diagram that is taken from November 1, 2021, the base price is given as 47 rupees. So there is a change of 10 rupees, that is 10 rupees has increased on petrol price alone in the base price. I have taken this diagram only for explanation purposes. So what are the components, my dear friends? Look at the picture. The base price is the first price, and on which the freight is added, and on which the excise duty is being charged by the center. And together with the base price and the freight and the excise duty, the dealer margin, that is dealer rate, is worked out. And on this total of base price plus freight plus excise duty plus dealer rate, the VAT is being charged by the states. And the retail price is the price of all these components taken together. The base price 47.28 plus freight 30 paisa plus excise duty 32.9 plus dealer rate 3.9 plus VAT 25.31, and the retail price works out to 109.69. In the diesel, the base price is 49.36 plus freight 0.28 plus excise duty 31.8 plus dealer rate 2.61, on which VAT is charged 14.37, and the retail price works out to 98.42. Friends, this is the rate as on November 1, 2021. The present rates have changed. Presently, excise duty is at 19 rupees and the base price is at 57 rupees, my dear friends. So the change is there. As can be seen from the screen, my dear friends, the petrol prices now, the basic price is rupees 57 rupees 33 paisa. So the basic price has been increased by 10 rupees, my dear friends. So when we add the excise duty of 19 rupees 90 paisa to the 57 rupees 33 paisa base price and the dealer commission 3 rupees 78 paisa and the state VAT rupees 24 rupees 36 paisa, the total price of petrol should work out to be 105 rupees 37 paisa. Similarly, for diesel, the basic price has also increased and now it is 58 rupees 14 paisa, and the reduced excise duty of rupees 15.80 paisa is applied, and the dealer's commission of rupees 2.57 and the state taxes 17.59 comes to 94.10. The next article, the next editorial I am going to discuss is from the Hindu. The editorial is titled End the War. This is with reference to the Russia-Ukraine war, which has been ongoing for the past 112 days. 112 days, my dear friends. It's an endless war. It has caused lots of damages. Around 4 million people have been refugees to other countries. Still the war is going on. The West is sending troops to Ukraine to defend itself. Russia has caught most of the eastern cities of Ukraine. That is 80% of the civilian or donors has been just caught by Russia, and this is a very big industrial town. Mariupol has been caught by Russia and it is under Russia's control now, and their Kherson has been caught by Russia. These three more important cities have been caught by Russia. The war is still going on. I remember having read in The Economist an incident reported that one child asking his mother, "What are those big elephants? Why are those big elephants coming to us?" The big elephants referred to here is the artillery and the pattern tanks deployed by the Russian forces. See how the child's imagination of artillery as a big elephant is affecting the minds of Ukrainians. Russia must stop the war is what the editorial is speaking about. Come, let us discuss with the help of a diagram how far Russia has been able to control the eastern cities of Ukraine. Friends, look at the map of Ukraine closely. This is the eastern and the southeastern portion of the map of Ukraine. There are certain areas marked red, and those areas are Kherson, a city; Donetsk, an industrial city; Mariupol, Another industrial city, Luhansk, Severodonetsk. These are the areas and industrial cities which is under the control of Russia. Russia is advancing in Severodonetsk now.